Where are you, Jen?
Les,
Hey, Jen,
Les,
come back.
Look, I'm sorry, but we've got other things to do than to say thank you to you.
I know.
You know, I mean, you could give us a little bit of a.
I thought you'd gone home. Well, you'd been hypnotised.
No,
that was it.
Well, the studio, as you can see, we've got more people in here than we normally have.
Yeah.
And photographs have just gone up on Facebook of the lovely Matt Hale, who is joining us in the studio. Thank you, Les. If you want to come past, we'll get Matt to do something on you.
Yeah, probably would too. No,
I want you to bring out his hidden talent, Matt. I reckon he could be a soprano in another life.
It's really hidden.
I'm a hypnotist, not a miracle worker.
That's about right.
Well said. Well said.
That's true.
Thank you, Les. Don't
Cheers,
interrupt me in future,
No,
okay?
wait.
I'm sorry. We've got better things to worry about. Welcome back, everybody. And in the studio, we won't even go to music now. Matt Hale, comedy hypnotist, who was at the Fringe Festival. Hello, Matt.
Hey, thanks for having me. And this is beautiful.
It's great.
Yeah.
And the Fringe Festival was huge for you.
Oh my goodness, it was a record year for us. Like, it was crazy. We actually just had to put on extra shows, which was a lovely thing. I think we sold out 20 shows in a row or something. It was ridiculous.
It comes down to people. Look, we can be a little bit masochistic here and say that we love seeing people make a fool of themselves, but it's the way it's put together, and they love to laugh, don't they?
Yeah. And I think what the kind of difference I've kind of approach that I've taken from your old traditional show is like I always used to watch those shows and I kind of thought, God, it's very funny, but I'm glad I'm not up there. So I kind
That's it.
Yeah, so I thought, well, why wouldn't it be much better to actually make sure that as funny as it was still really fun for the people taking part, so it wasn't embarrassing, because I thought, well, if the audience are sitting there thinking, oh, that's really funny, oh, I wish I was up there, they're going to come back, right? And so we kept seeing that. People would come back and go, right, this time I'm getting up. So I think it had this kind of like little viral effect where people then come back and bring their other friends and then they make it up. And
best publicity ever, isn't it? Word of mouth.
Absolutely.
It was great. You had a lot of coverage on it all. And when you walked in here this afternoon, I sort of thought you were very familiar to me because we crossed paths in commercial radio.
We did, yeah, quite a number of years ago.
How does a radio producer... I'm trying to work out how the transition took place and where did it all come from?
Look, I actually was really fascinated from the age of 21. I took part in a show myself, right? Okay, and at the end of it, I was fascinated. I was already keen on psychology, memory, and things to do with the mind.
Yeah.
But back then, it was very hard to find out from old hypnotists, or and it was pre-internet. So
secretive.
Very secretive, very guarded. They tried to pass it off as, oh no, this is a mysterious talent I was born with, and that kind of thing. Where
came to me as a child.
That's right. Yeah. So it's a good story. But no. So I started piecing things together and was basically self-taught for a while. It was more of a fascination, a bit of a kind of side hobby, and then I went into radio, and I had many years in radio in the UK and Australia, and so it was just bubbling along. So when I decided to get out of radio in 2007, that was a good move, by the way. I had some good times in radio, but I was doing breakfast radio, so getting up at 3:15 every morning for 10 years. But so then that gave me the opportunity to go, right, okay, let's actually formally put the show together, get it on the road, and see where we can go. Yeah.
Brilliantly. Yeah. Look, I've always, and there's never a simple explanation for this, but suggestion, the power of suggestion. Now, it can be used for evil. It can be used to coerce a girl back to your room after midnight.
What do you mean? Well, have you met my wife?
I'm sure that's where you met her.
She still thinks she's married to George Clooney.
Let's see if we can work in better places. But just on a more serious point, you look at people running for election, presidential campaigns. Sure. Let's just elaborate a little bit here.
Yeah,
you can really hit a whole lot of people at one time.
Well, look,
with suggestion.
Absolutely. There's different ways you can say things in a certain way which are more hypnotic, more suggestible. Okay, so if we talk to someone that's wanting, and you want them to do something, you want to come and also really start to put their mind in there actually doing it already. So as a salesman, when someone comes in to buy a TV, you don't want to go to say, this has got the best features, it turns on, it's got 20 different channels. You want to say, okay, so when you put this in your lounge room, this is whereabouts in your lounge? Is it going to go to the end or is it going on the wall? So they're already starting to picture it, where it is. So if you can kind of engage people's minds like it's almost real, So, okay, tell us what happens. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
is it still a secret?
No, absolutely not.
good.
And in fact, I mean, Susan's
in the wings waiting. She
Yeah,
has got the most incredible, scary look on her face.
Well, the good thing is Susan saw the show, so she sees the process already, right?
Yeah.
But it's basically a process that, you know, if anyone's done yoga before, mindfulness, meditation, it's
Clearing
all,
your mind.
Yeah, okay. So we do that, okay. So we relax the mind down,
Yeah.
and then we get to focus it on certain things so much that it just seems to become your reality at that time.
Okay.
No matter how normal or ridiculous that suggestion is, there's no other outside forces going, why would that be happening?
So,
why would you know?
if you were to tell me under hypnosis that I was a pole dancer, and I don't want anyone visualising this, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, you can snap us back to stop imaging whatever, but then you took me to a club and all of a sudden and I was up the pole.
Well, look, there's only
Why would I do that?
There's only one way to find out. So
Okay.
what are you doing this
All right,
weekend?
I give in. I'll be there.
No. But look,
It's interesting, isn't it?
But look, there's a certain barrier. You know, your mind is not going to go, I'm going to do everything you're going to say. Okay, you know, it's not like you're not asleep and you're not aware and you're not in control. So if I say to someone, now you're going to take your clothes off, you're not going to do that.
Oh, I don't know so much. I'm sure a few would.
Well, I mean, there's probably people out there who do that anyway.
So,
but, you know.
is an extrovert more capable of being under than an introvert?
No, not specifically, and that's kind of interesting. It's anyone who's interested in going through the process has got as much chance as anyone to remain as a
So
good subject.
if there's someone that's got a resistance to it, though, look, I'm strong, I'm not going to.
Yeah, well, then, of course, they're not going to be hypnotised because it's a two-way process. It's like you saying, I want to drive a car, and I go, well, I'll teach you. You've got to put your keys in, put the foot on the clutch, move the gears. Right? If you go, well, no, I don't want to do all that, but I still want to drive a car, that's not going to happen. Same thing when I'm hypnotising someone. Just direct your mind here. Now just do this. Breathe like this.
Yeah.
It's a process.
So it's an instruction.
Yeah.
You know, I was saying earlier, talking to someone about the power of it, and it's a power of suggestion sometimes. If you're in a room, in a group, and someone starts yawning.
Yeah.
We all yawn.
Yeah, and there's no other reason except suggestion in your mind for that to do that.
Isn't it amazing what our mind can do?
Yeah.
I've got a guy from a brain centre guy that comes on the program. I'm going to ask him what happens to the brain because, you know, the power of suggestion can be used in so many good ways.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, I on the other side of things, I regularly hold weight loss seminars, quit smoking seminars, memory seminars, and we teach people how they can just use their mind to kind of change their patterns they're using.
So somebody listening at the moment would like to either lose weight, stop smoking and break a bad habit.
Yes.
If they were able to self-hypnotise.
Yes.
I mean, it's just sort of clearing your head. It's a bit of meditation.
Yeah.
Visualise themselves without that habit.
Absolutely, yeah.
See, I'm good at this, Susan.
They're really keen. You didn't need me.
Don't ever doubt me, Susan.
Jenny, I never doubt you. Never.
I'll come on the road with you. No, it really is. It's a fascinating.
Yeah.
It is fascinating, isn't it? Now, look at the popularity of hypnosis. Apart from what you're doing, I mean, the telly show's about to start again.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 shows been kind of knocking around. Actually, it's been great.
They're very extrovert in the things they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, they faces in pies and
Yeah. I've seen the UK version of that show, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to seeing the new
You should
version
be
of
up
that
there
one.
doing it as well. You should. I'm sure
Well,
there will be.
we've got a couple of nice little things in the wings at the moment, so we're working on. So
that's great.
Yeah.
But why do people? Some people would do an extreme thing like that. You know, not being on telly, but the act that they do. They face down in the pies and.
Why would a hypnotist do that kind of show, or why would someone take part?
Yes, take part.
Well, then you are
react to it.
Yeah, well, then you are looking at people who are like, you know, if you put yourself in for that, you have an expectancy.
Right.
It's like, you know, there are guys out there who will run an adult hypnosis show. It's not my kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if you go to that and you get up on stage, you're kind of buying into it. You know, you know, you've got that chance. You know, it's not going to be like just cruising along.
So you're a person that doesn't mind.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, Susan.
Yes, Jenny. What? She's been doing this for about 4 weeks.
I know. Okay, Matt. Say hello to Susan, because I know you've been with her in the other room.
We have, yeah. So I should explain what we've done. So off air, we've had a few minutes with Susan, just relaxing her down and getting to that nice relaxed state of mind. So she's actually able to go. When we say back to sleep, it's not to sleep. We can just relax her down so she can concentrate on suggestion again instantly, immediately. She's trained her mind to do that, and that's what we did in the other studio just then. And we don't do that on air simply because people listening on air may follow that.
But that could happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So So, but no, Susan's got, again, with a creative mind, a background of what she does, very easy for her to kind of get her head around this. And so, yeah, it's, you know, if you'd like to do something now, we can. Or,
Please do.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, okay.
I think I need to prepare, don't I?
You need to prepare? What do you need to prepare?
Just go with the flow, Susan.
So I thought we were having a break.
No, we'll catch you.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, God. There is an audience behind us.
It doesn't matter.
Everywhere.
You've now, you know, back then when it felt so good, so relaxed and well, just take a seat back in that chair there, okay? We can hear you, okay? That's fine.
Do I take the headphones?
No, you're okay. That's okay. What I'd like you to do though, just look over your head slightly. Just take a very nice deep breath in. You can do this again and sleep out all the way down. Relax, loose, limp, comfortable, relax all the way down, drifting, sleeping, feeling wonderful. 1, 2, all the way down, feeling absolutely perfect in every way. You've got a really creative mind. It's really showing here. You've obviously got a sense of fun that you take through your life as well. We don't do it like that. In a moment, Susan, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say 1, 2, eyes open twice as deep. When I say 1, 2, eyes open twice as deep, you'll open your eyes, go twice as deep. However, the moment you look at Jenny, and everything that she starts talking about will seem funnier and funnier to you. The more she talks, the funnier it gets. It's even tricky to look at her because it will start to make you laugh. And the longer you look at her or she's talking, the funnier it will become to you. Like, laugh out loud funny. It will just seem ridiculous and keep going like that. Nod your head, you understand. Good. Fantastic. 1, 2. Eyes open twice. Fantastic.
Oh,
excellent.
look, I think Susan in the studio is always a great asset, quite frankly. No, she's very knowledgeable, Susan. You know, the films that she does talk about, I disagree with a lot of the things she does comment about. Yeah, I do. I try not to.
Funny.
I try not to, but, you know, sometimes I disagree with it. Like 45 Years, I felt was, you know, probably the worst movie. But Susan thought it was hysterical.
No.
She loved it. She absolutely loved it.
What do you mean? I thought Jenny's trying to do a show.
No,
It's
that's
just
right.
spoiling your show.
That's, you know, that's not fair, honestly.
And now it becomes twice as funny.
An Eye in the Sky. I mean, that was really serious, Matt.
Even funnier than
It's about warfare today. It was terrible. And this village got blown apart. I wish I had an audience like this every day.
And now that laugh changes to an evil laugh. They're really evil.
I know what she does after dark now.
And Susan and sleep now all the way down, drifted down, loose and limp, comfortable, relaxed. So that laughter subsides.
I'm going to hire her. I'm going to have her in the studio all the time.
Well, this is great. As you can see, she's a great subject. She's really wrapped her creative mind around this, so which is
that is
great.
incredible.
So, would you like something else?
No, look, I remember when I saw you on the breakfast telly. You had 3 poor victims. I mean, volunteers.
Yes.
Next to you,
Yeah.
and I think you asked them a couple of questions, and they answered you back in animal talk or something. I thought that was very clever that you could interpret that.
Yeah, it
do
was
you remember doing that?
I do. It's very interesting. Yeah. So,
does Susan know any animal talk?
oh, well, I think what would be a great idea is because I do happen to know that Susan speaks fluent alien. So,
that's
yeah. So she would actually anything you need to say, she would be able to translate.
Perfect.
So let me just do this. So,
All right.
Susan, in a moment, I'll say 1, 2, eyes open twice deep. You open your eyes, you go twice as deep. You'll instantly realise you do actually speak fluent alien. You know, somewhere along the line you learned that. You'll be able to translate anything that Jenny says into the alien language, so the aliens listening to this show will be able to understand. Nod your head, you understand this. Isn't perfect. It instantly immediately comes to you. You'll be able to speak fluent alien. That's perfect. 1, 2, eyes open twice deep. Fantastic. Yes.
We do have a lot of visitors from other countries.
You do?
Yes, Susan, I wonder if you've met any of these people that have been coming into the country here. They look a little bit suspicious sometimes. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I think so.
Actually, Susan, you can answer me in English. Just a little bit. I just wanted to find out where did you learn alien? You can answer me that in English, but where did you learn alien?
When I was younger.
When you were younger, was
Yeah.
that one of those exchange things, or
Yeah, on spaceship.
on spaceship? Okay, fantastic.
I thought that.
So, do you have like anything that you need to let the listeners know, and then Susan can translate properly?
I've often wondered when we know that people have sighted UFOs that they could be out there or they may not be out there. But I've often wondered why you haven't bothered to make contact if you've come back close to Earth.
If you can ask the alien listeners why they haven't contacted.
Yeah, because they're listening.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, maybe they'll ring in and make a bit further contact.
Well, now I know.
Yeah, actually, there is something, because obviously when you do the exchange and you go to the spaceship, when you're learning this kind of language, you learn all sorts of things like the national anthem of the planet. So maybe, Susan, could you just sing the first couple of lines of the alien national anthem? That'd be
wonderful.
great. Yeah.
I'll stand for this.
Yeah.
That is so stirring.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah.
I can see why you're so proud of the.
Yeah.
So the fact that you've got an extra head on your shoulder, Susan, is that commonplace in your land of birth? Obviously, one head's too hard to speak.
And sleep there all the way down.
Oh, darling, that is a cruel thing to do. Oh, that's amazing.
No problem.
Just bring it back to normal then, the poor darling. And I want to find out where you're going to be appearing.
Okay, no problem.
We've got a big list.
I'll just bring it back. So, Susan, just to let you know, in a moment I'll say 1, 2 eyes open, twice deep. Everything will be back to normal, except for the fact if while we're in this studio anyone mentions Curtin FM, then you'll actually shout out, "Yeah, baby!" In fact, every time anyone in the studio mentions Curtin FM, you'll just shout out loudly, "Yeah, baby!" You'll have no idea what you're saying. They just automatically do that. Nod your head if you understand. Everything else will be normal. Yeah, good. 1, 2, eyes open, twist. Thank you so much for taking part.
Oh, that was wonderful.
So, sorry, yes, I was...
We heard Susan May, of course, on Curtin FM.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. That was a slow transition.
It's funny because you can't stop yourself doing it. This is my first time here at Curtin FM.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
she's too scared to yell it from the treetops.
Oh my God.
Sorry. So yes, I am all over the place at the moment.
You can come back to Curtin FM whenever you wish.
Baby.
Okay, good.
Where are you going to... Look, you've got a list. You've got a list. I'll let you bring it out.
I'm at the Kalamunda Performing Arts Centre tomorrow. I'm performing my Hypnolicious show. That's a new show, so that's the full 90-minute theatre show at the Kalamunda Performing Arts Centre.
Yeah.
So you can, if you head to my website, matthale.com.au, you'll find all the information there.
But you're going to be not just Kalamunda, you're going to go into the city, to Rigby's?
Yes, we're in the city next month as well, so all the details are on there. We've got so many things coming up. I've also just started filming a new series of Destination WA for Channel 9 as well.
Good
so,
on you.
yeah, you'll see me pop up every now and then, showcasing our beautiful state.
Oh, that's wonderful.
While I'm home. But no, I'm travelling a lot, but we try and put as many shows on in Perth while I'm home.
You make people very happy, Matt. Anything that can give people a laugh is fantastic.
Thank you, and it's been a pleasure to be here at Curtin FM because it's the first...
Stop laughing at me. Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Matt, very much.
We'll sort that out for
We'll
you.
take a break and
Yes.
Susan May with films afterwards.